Hi, Surrey Chapel. Just a quick pastor's update about where we're up to on meeting back together. We had a brilliant time Sunday afternoon. Thank you so much for all those who came out into the courtyard, which you probably could have fried an egg on the floor, if not my head. It was so hot, but it was so lovely to see people. Thank you for those people who came on Zoom, and we're aware that the sound at times wasn't the best, and thank you so much for persevering with that. It was really lovely to have you with us, and it was just lovely to see each other, and it made us, if you like, it gave us a taste of what we've been missing, and made us, I guess it helped fuel the resolve that, even though it is going to be a diminished form of church when we meet back together, we really do want to get back into the building. And this is to fill you in. So we had a meeting last week, maybe it was last Tuesday, and with the Project Restart team. And basically the big thing we want to say to you is we need your help. We need your help. So the plan is initially to run 2 morning services, a 9:15 and an 11 o'clock service. And to make that happen, we need people who are willing to volunteer to come and help. We're going to need people to come and help with the audio. We're going to need people who are willing to come and help and actually learn how to do videoing. Now, with that, you don't need to be a pro. You don't need to already know it all. We will train you, but we're going to need to form a new team who are happy to work with streaming and live cutting video together. That's going to be exciting, isn't it? So we're going to have to work on that. We're going to need teams who are willing to come and clean in between services. If we're going to be able to meet, we need to be able to clean in between the services. Also, we're going to need welcomers. Lots of our current welcomers, probably because of their age and stage, it would not be wise for them to be doing that. So we need some more welcomers. People who are willing to welcome, people who are willing to welcome from the car park, welcome outside, fill in details for track and trace, all those sorts of things. We're going to need some welcomers, so we're going to need to do that. And actually on those, and one other thing actually, just related to these things, we're also trying to start a job club again quite early in September, something like that. They're aiming to do that, to try and get that ministry up and running. And again, for similar reasons, they need a few more pairs of hands. And it may be you're free in the middle of the week and you have a heart to get involved in this ministry. Dawn On is the person to get in touch with that. But anyway, that's another issue. There's a whole bunch of areas where we're going to need people if we're going to be able to restart Job Club, but also our Sunday services. We're putting 2 morning services to start with, and we're creating space so that potentially we can put a third if we need to, at 12:30. The services will probably be a little bit like what we had on Sunday, and it's just going to be a movable feast. We're going to be working it out. Everyone will be in the service together, so there won't be a separate creche. So what we're going to say is, if you have a family with young children, then you'll probably want to think about coming to the later service. That is if you've got young children who are not going to be doing a great job of social distancing. And so for those of you who are, if you're feeling touchy and edgy about being in a place where children are not going to social distance too well because they're so young, but we don't want to exclude them, then we'd recommend you come to the 9:15. If you like the 9:15 service, the aim will be for that to be a less risky service. So if you have young children, if you have a family and they're going to be absolutely fine social distancing, then you can come to the 9:15. But if they aren't going to be great at social distancing, come to the 11 o'clock. And we'd say, so if you like, the 9:15 will be the less risky service, the 11 o'clock will be the slightly more riskier service. So keep that in mind, but we will need to clean in between. We'll be having plastic chairs. There's a whole bunch of other information we will let out closer to the time. Also to say, we are not laying out, we're not going to be forbidding anyone from coming, right? But we will be passing on the government advice. And the government advice hasn't really changed on a number of things, on people who are potentially vulnerable, on people of an older age group. You know, the government advice is talking about 70s plus, but we are not forbidding anyone from coming to the church, and actually some of that you're going to have to work that out in your conscience. But we're trying to make the 9:15 service, if you like, a service that is less risky. I hope that's all right. Please do get in touch with Reg or myself if you have any questions. There'll be some sign-up sheets coming out from Claire if you want to volunteer and say, actually, I really would like to help in this area, and we'll be putting teams together to help us to be able to meet back together. Let's make this happen, and we're looking forward to when we'll be able to start doing something again.